You are feeding your baby 3 times a day, trusting that what is in that pouch or jar has been tested and cleared. It has not. Not always by the brands, not always by the FDA. I'm Jay, and after going through a 2021 congressional report, independent lab records, and real brand responses to heavy metal contamination findings, I found 11 baby food brands that failed the heavy metals test, and 4 that actually published their results. Subscribe now so you never miss another exposed truth. Brands that failed. Number 11, Beech-Nut Naturals. Stage 1. Beech-Nut has been trusted since 1931, and the word naturals does enormous reassurance work on the label. In 2021, a U.S. House subcommittee released a report titled Baby Foods Are Tainted with Dangerous Levels of Arsenic, Lead, Cadmium, and Mercury. Beech-Nut was one of 4 brands investigated. Internal documents showed the company knowingly used rice flour testing at over 900 parts per billion of inorganic arsenic. The FDA's proposed limit for infant rice cereal is 100 parts per billion, 9 times over that threshold, sold as natural. Cons. Internal documents showed 900 parts per billion arsenic rice flour used knowingly. FDA proposed limit is 100 parts per billion, 9 times over. Naturals branding actively misleads parents. Sold flagged ingredients without public disclosure. Does not publish heavy metal test results. Price, around $1 to $2 per jar. Number 10, Gerber Graduates Lil Crunchies. Gerber is the most recognized baby food name in the world. The 2021 congressional report found internal Gerber testing documents showing finished products with lead and cadmium at levels the company's own standards flagged, and those products shipped anyway. When the subcommittee asked for finished product safety data, Gerber submitted only ingredient-level testing instead. When a brand provides incomplete data to a congressional safety investigation, parents have a right to know that. Cons. Finished products with elevated lead and cadmium sold despite internal flags. Refused to provide complete data to congressional investigators. Internal standards flagged results that shipped anyway. Does not publish heavy metal test results publicly. Brand recognition used to deflect rather than answer scrutiny. Price, around $2 to $4 per bag. Number 9, HiPP Organics pouches. HiPP Baby is the premium organic choice for health-conscious parents. Here is what the organic label actually means. Pesticide standards. It means nothing about heavy metals. Heavy metals enter baby food through agricultural soil, and certified organic crops absorb arsenic, lead, and cadmium the same way conventional crops do. The 2021 congressional report found HiPP Baby's parent company, Nurture Inc., sold products above their own internal arsenic thresholds. Nurture was also named in a 2021 class action lawsuit over heavy metal contamination. The organic label gave parents confidence the formula did not earn. Cons. Organic certification does not test for or limit heavy metals. Products sold above internal arsenic thresholds per congressional report. Named in 2021 class action lawsuit over contamination. Premium price creates unearned safety assumption. No publicly accessible lot-specific test results. Price, around $2 to $3 per pouch. Did you assume the organic label meant your baby's food was tested for heavy metals? Comment organic myth below. You are not alone. Number 8, Plum Organics Mighty 4. The 2021 congressional report named Plum's parent company, Campbell Soup Company, as one of the brands that refused to cooperate entirely, declining to provide internal testing documents to investigators at all. A brand that will not share its safety data with a congressional investigation has decided transparency is optional. For food going into an infant's mouth 3 times a day, transparency is not optional. Cons. Parent company refused to provide any testing documents to Congress. Organic label does not address heavy metal soil contamination. Premium positioning creates false safety assumption. Transparency refusal is a choice, not a limitation. Does not publish heavy metal results publicly. Price, around $2 to $3 per pouch. Number 7, Earth's Best Organic Infant Rice Cereal. Rice cereal has been the traditional American baby first food for generations. Here is the problem. Rice absorbs inorganic arsenic from water and soil at a higher rate than almost any other crop. That is not a processing failure. It is the biology of the plant. The FDA's own data shows rice-based infant cereals consistently test higher for inorganic arsenic than every other baby food category. The American Academy of Pediatrics formally recommends parents diversify away from rice as a first food. Earth's Best has not removed rice cereal and publishes no lot-specific arsenic testing for parents to verify. Cons. Rice absorbs inorganic arsenic at higher rates than nearly any other crop. FDA data shows rice-based infant cereal leads the category in arsenic consistently. AAP formally recommends moving away from rice as a first food. Organic certification irrelevant to arsenic content from soil. No lot-specific test results published. Price? Around $6 to $8 per box. Number 6. Walmart Parents' Choice Baby Food. Parents' Choice is Walmart's in-house baby food brand, one of the most affordable and widely purchased in America. The 2021 congressional investigation found some products contained lead above 3.5 parts per billion and arsenic in rice varieties far above proposed FDA limits. The families who can least afford premium alternatives are often receiving the least protected product. That is a market failure with real consequences. Cons. Congressional investigation found lead and arsenic above proposed FDA limits. Budget pricing drives lower-grade ingredient sourcing decisions. Least tested product sold to families with fewest alternatives. Rice-containing varieties in highest-risk arsenic category. Does not publish heavy metal test results. Price: around 50 cents to $1 per jar. Number 5. Sprout Organic Baby Food. Sprout Organic has clean brand positioning and a loyal following. The problem is the same one running through this entire list. Ingredients can be genuinely high quality and still carry heavy metals absorbed from agricultural soil. A 2019 independent study by Healthy Babies' Bright Futures found heavy metals including arsenic, lead, and cadmium in 95% of all baby foods tested. Rice-containing products sit in the highest risk category, and the brand publishes no lot-specific test results. Cons. Rice-based products in highest risk heavy metal category. Independent testing found heavy metals in 95% of all baby foods tested. Organic branding does not address soil-absorbed contamination. No lot-specific test results published or accessible. Contamination risk exists regardless of ingredient sourcing quality. Price: around $2 to $3 per pouch. Number 4. Heinz Nurture Baby Rice. Rice is the most consistently contaminated baby food type in both independent and regulatory testing worldwide. The UK Food Standards Agency specifically flagged rice-based baby foods as a priority concern for inorganic arsenic and issued guidance recommending they not form the staple of an infant's diet. The arsenic-concentrating biology of the rice plant is the ingredient itself. No brand-level quality control solves a crop-level contamination pattern. Cons. Rice category leads all baby food types for inorganic arsenic in worldwide regulatory testing. UK Food Standards Agency flagged rice-based infant food as priority safety concern. Arsenic risk is biological to the rice plant, not fixable through processing. Regulatory guidance in multiple markets recommends limiting rice-based infant feeding. No lot-specific heavy metal results published. Price: around $4 to $6 per box. Number 3. HiPP Organic Baby Food. HiPP is the European premium brand American parents import specifically because they believe European standards are more protective. A 2019 Consumer Reports investigation tested HiPP products available in the U.S. and found detectable levels of arsenic, lead, and cadmium across multiple varieties. European limits on heavy metals are stricter than current U.S. standards in some areas. But detectable contamination was still present within those stricter limits. No premium price and no European label eliminates the agricultural soil contamination pathway. Cons. Consumer Reports. 2019 found detectable arsenic, lead, and cadmium in U.S. available products. European regulatory limits do not eliminate soil contamination pathway. Detectable contamination present even within stricter European standards. Strongest unearned safety assumption of any brand on this list. No lot-specific results published in consumer-accessible U.S. format. Price: around $3 to $5 per jar. Number 2. Beech-Nut Oatmeal Cereal. Oatmeal is widely recommended as a safer alternative to rice for arsenic. And that is true. But oats carry their own heavy metal concern. Healthy Babies. Bright Futures independent testing found oat-based baby foods frequently contained cadmium at levels researchers flagged as a concern for infant exposure. The World Health Organization states there is no safe level of cadmium exposure. Switching from rice to oatmeal solves one problem and does not guarantee the absence of another. Cons. Oat-based products carry cadmium concerns separate from rice arsenic issue. WHO states no safe level of cadmium exposure exists. Healthy Babies. Bright Futures found cadmium in oat-based baby foods independently. Brand already flagged by Congress across product lines. No lot-specific test results published or accessible. Price: around $5 to $7 per box. Number 1. Gerber Good Start. Gentle Infant Formula. Formula is a different category from solid baby food, but the heavy metal concern follows the same pathway. A 2023 study published in PLOS ONE tested 13 commercially available infant formulas and found detectable arsenic, lead, and cadmium across multiple products, including Gerber Good Start. For formula-fed infants consuming formula as their sole nutrition source for the first 6 months of life, cumulative heavy metal exposure is significant and underreported. The most trusted formula brand in America carries the least public transparency on the question parents most need answered. Cons: PLOS. One 2023 found detectable arsenic, lead, and cadmium in tested Gerber formula. Formula-fed infants receive no nutritional variety to dilute exposure. Sole nutrition source for months compounds cumulative exposure significantly. Does not publish lot-specific formula heavy metal testing. Most trusted formula brand with least public transparency on contamination. Price: around $30 to $35 per container. Now you know what to question. Here are the 4 doing the work, the 4 that publish their results. Number 4, Serenity Kids. Serenity Kids publishes heavy metal testing results for every product on their website, searchable by product. The brand uses meat and fat-based pouches naturally lower in heavy metal risk than grain and root vegetable products. Founded specifically in response to the heavy metals crisis with third-party testing transparency built in from day one, parents can verify results before every single purchase. Pros: full heavy metal results published and publicly searchable by product. Meat and fat-based formula naturally lower risk ingredient category. Third-party tested, not self-reported internal data. Founded specifically in response to the baby food contamination crisis. EWG rates ingredients favorably across the product line. Price: around $3 to $4 per pouch. Number 3. Cerebelli. Cerebelli was founded by a neurosurgeon focused on infant brain development nutrition. Every product carries a QR code on the packaging linking directly to third-party heavy metal test results for that specific lot. That is the standard every brand on the bad list should meet and does not. Cerebelli also avoids rice and high arsenic root vegetables entirely by product design. Pros: QR code on every package links to third-party lot-specific test results. Founded by a neurosurgeon with developmental nutrition focus. Avoids rice and high-risk root vegetables by deliberate design. Independently verified results. Not brand-controlled data. Transparency built into packaging. Not buried on a website. Price: around $4 to $5 per pouch. Number 2. Once Upon a Farm. Once Upon a Farm publishes heavy metal testing data publicly on its website and avoids rice across its entire product line. Consumer Reports cited it as one of the baby food brands making meaningful and verifiable progress on heavy metal transparency. Widely available at mainstream retailers, not specialty stores only. Pros: heavy metal testing results published publicly on company website. Rice-free across the entire product line by design. Consumer Reports cited for meaningful transparency progress. Widely available at mainstream retailers, not specialty-only access. Clean ingredient sourcing with accessible pricing. Price: around $3 to $4 per pouch. Number 1. Yumi. Yumi is the most transparent baby food brand currently operating in the U.S. market. Every product is third-party tested for arsenic, lead, cadmium, and mercury, all 4, and results are published by product on their website. The brand avoids rice entirely, structures its menu around developmental nutritional stages, and uses a direct subscription model that removes the retail shelf life pressures driving other brands toward cheaper, less tested sourcing. Healthy babies. Bright Futures consistently places Yumi at the top of the transparency ranking in this category. Pros: third-party tested for all 4 major heavy metals. Results published by product. Rice-free across the entire product lineup. Top transparency ranking from Healthy Babies Bright Futures. Developmental nutritional staging built on science, not tradition. Direct subscription model removes retail shelf life sourcing pressure. Price: around $5 to $7 per jar. The one thing you can do right now: diversify. Remove rice-based products from your baby's diet today and spread intake across oats, vegetables, fruits, and proteins, so no single contaminated ingredient dominates daily exposure. Healthy babies. Bright Futures found dietary diversification reduces heavy metal exposure by up to 80% compared to rice cereal dominated feeding. You can change the exposure profile today with what you choose to put in the bowl. 11 brands failed the test. 4 are doing the work. And one change cuts exposure by up to 80% starting tonight. Your baby cannot read the label. That is your job. If this opened your eyes, subscribe and hit the bell. New exposed truth every single week.